Here are easy steps to set up your Zoom account with all the detailed settings. Are you needing to go virtual and you're feeling frustrated like this? Well, you're not alone. Before we get into the technical support part on how to set up your Zoom and get you started, please stay tuned. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the notification button here. Once you're on the Zoom website, click on the sign up button on the top right corner found here. You'll need to follow the steps as indicated here. Next, you'll need to fill in other information as such. Now, I already have an account set up, so in the next part, I will walk you through how to set up the rest of the parts. Once you're on your Zoom page, click on the settings found in the left column. You may notice that not all settings are available to you. This is probably because you are on the free plan. If you don't plan to be a host at all, none of these features will matter, so you don't have to worry about it at all. And as you get to the schedule meeting section, please turn on host video and participant video. This really helps engage you with the audience. And don't forget to have this turned on as well. Do enable personal ID meetings. So this helps if you want to set up specific meeting IDs for your participants to sign on with. It is helpful to have this feature turned on, mute participants upon entry, or you can have it turned off depending on what kind of clients you plan to work with or if they know how to use their devices. If not, sometimes having it turned on and teaching them how to turn it off would be easier. You can also allow chat and private chat. I like to have these two functions on. Also allowing for file transfer so that you can share information. Again, not necessary if you're just working with kids. Turning on the co-host function is helpful if you plan to have more than one host. And polling is also a good feature. Again, only if you are on the paid plan. If you plan to do a lot of screen shares, having this feature on is really helpful so that you can see your participants while sharing stuff with them. Depending on how you want to engage your participants or kids, and if you want to allow them to share their screen, having these features turned off is also useful. If you find that the kids are too distracted and they're sharing random things, you can always turn them off. I like to click on this feature here when you're in the whiteboard, allowing to save whiteboard content. This is useful if you want to revisit things that you did in previous sessions. Clicking on remote control is helpful if they're having troubles navigating through their computer. Next, if you click on this feature, this is helpful so that your participants can rename themselves, especially when you're in a group. This is helpful. However, if you have kids that are distracted and are making weird names, you can always turn this feature off. You will only notice that you have breakout room option available to you only if you are on the paid plan. This is helpful if you want to break your group into smaller groups. This I highly recommend having turned on, as you can play around with different virtual background screens, and we'll go more into that in different videos. Lastly, it's helpful to have these turned on as reminders for meetings. And they will also be notified if a meeting was canceled or altered. So these notifications are useful. For additional privacy, having this feature turned on is useful. Now, if you're forgetful like me, go back to the left column, scroll down under admin and click under calendar integration. This is helpful to set up so that you get your notifications whenever meetings are set up, and it'll be synced into your calendar automatically. For rates, please click on the plans and pricing found at the top. To save money, I recommend billed annually versus billed monthly, and you can choose your currency over here. As mentioned, using Zoom is free. If you're a user, this is wonderful. However, if you're planning to be a host and use this for work, I do recommend either the business or pro plans. Next video will show you how to optimize your Zoom screen and audio as well, especially if you're doing live instruments. Thanks for watching! Do leave me your comments, and for more information, visit teleplaycreations.com. Do subscribe and click on this icon for notifications.